You think cheaters are just weak people making bad decisions? You think if you love them harder, treat them better, or become someone special enough, they'll stay loyal. But that's not how it works. Some people are wired in a way that makes lasting monogamy nearly impossible for them. Not because they're monsters or don't care, but because their psychology drives them toward behavior that almost guarantees infidelity. And you keep falling for them because they're magnetic, confident, and know exactly how to make you feel chosen. You tell yourself, they'd never do that to me, but if they have these traits, it's not a matter of if they'll cheat, it's when. Let's break down the research-backed personality patterns that predict infidelity with unsettling accuracy. Trait number 1, narcissism. Studies show that narcissistic personality traits are among the strongest predictors of unfaithfulness. Not mild selfishness. We're talking about full-blown entitlement, constant need for admiration, and hypersensitivity to anything that threatens their ego. Here's how it plays out in relationships. They believe they deserve better, even when they already have something good. They create stories in their minds about being underappreciated or mistreated. So when someone more attractive, impressive, or exciting gives them attention, they think, of course they want me. I deserve this. They don't feel normal guilt about betrayal because their sense of entitlement overrides it. Research even shows that grandiose narcissism is strongly tied to favorable views of infidelity, particularly in women. If your partner exhibits narcissistic traits, they're not just vulnerable to cheating. They often see it as something they're entitled to when opportunity knocks. Trait number 2, psychopathy. Psychopathy predicts nearly every form of cheating, but don't picture movie villains. Psychopathy exists on a spectrum. People high in psychopathic traits are impulsive, thrill-seeking, emotionally detached, and lack empathy. They don't cheat because their relationship is broken. They cheat because the chance for excitement appears, and nothing in their brain says stop. They don't wrestle with guilt. They don't feel your pain if you find out. They might understand that you're hurt, but it doesn't register emotionally. Their decision-making is based on stimulation and reward, not morality or empathy. When temptation appears, their thought process isn't, should I do this? It's, this feels good. I want it. Trait number 3, low conscientiousness plus high impulsivity. Research consistently shows that people low in conscientiousness are more likely to be unfaithful pair that with impulsivity, and you have a perfect storm. Low conscientious people are careless, disorganized, easily distracted, and terrible at resisting temptation. They live in the moment and struggle with delayed gratification. When someone flirts, they don't have the self-control to shut it down. When opportunity arises, they can't imagine long-term consequences. Only immediate pleasure. This isn't about morals or effort. These are stable personality patterns. Impulsive people act first and think later. And infidelity becomes almost predictable. Trait number 4, high neuroticism plus low self-esteem. People high in neuroticism, especially those with fragile self-worth, are statistically more prone to cheat. Why? Because they use external validation as emotional regulation. They constantly crave reassurance that they're attractive, desirable, and enough, but no partner can fill that endless void. When attention from you fades, as it inevitably does in long-term relationships, they look for it elsewhere. The affair isn't about dissatisfaction with you. It's about soothing themselves. The validation hit from someone new becomes emotional medicine. You can't fix that because the emptiness isn't external. It's internal. Trait number 5, high extroversion plus openness to experience. Research links infidelity with high extroversion and openness. These people are social, curious, adventurous, and energized by novelty. They thrive on new experiences, social attention, and excitement, all things that fade with long-term monogamy. They meet new people constantly. They're curious about what those connections could become. They're not intentionally disloyal. They're simply drawn to stimulation and exploration, even when it crosses emotional or sexual boundaries. This doesn't make them villains, but it makes them risky partners for lifelong exclusivity.